If you have a cat, you know the feeling, that feeling that you're being watched. Today, we're going to decode one of their most common and, let's be honest, sometimes slightly unnerving behaviors, the constant check-in. Why are they always following you, staring at you, and how do they always seem to know what you're up to? Well, we're about to find out.
You're trying to work, maybe watch a movie, or just go to the bathroom in peace. And then you feel it, a pair of eyes just locked on you. Nope, it's not your imagination, and I can promise you it is definitely not random. That's right, that stare you're getting isn't just a stare. It's more like a status report. See, your cat is on the clock, and they're performing a whole series of secret jobs that revolve entirely around you. So let's break down their 3 main roles.
Okay, first up is their most ancient, most instinctual role, the feline guardian. This job is all about territory, instinct, and a really deep-seated need to protect what they consider theirs.
So their guardian duties, they kind of break down into 3 key tasks. It all starts with patrolling their territory, then it escalates to checking on you when you're at your most vulnerable, and it finishes with them constantly reinforcing security through their own unique scent. To your cat, your home is their kingdom, and absolutely everything in it, and that includes you, is a valuable resource. So when your cat just walks into a room, looks at you, and then walks out, they're not being weird. They're actually running a perimeter check, just making sure their most important asset, and yep, that's you, is safe and sound.
Now this is where it gets really interesting, because this is where the behavior escalates. I mean, we've all had a cat follow us into the bathroom or watch us while we sleep. It can feel a little intrusive, right? But the reason behind it is actually kind of profound.
And this really gets to the heart of it. Your cat instinctively knows that when you're sleeping or bathing, those are moments of extreme vulnerability. So by following you in there or watching over you, they are literally putting themselves on guard duty. It's not just them being nosy. It's one of the deepest signs of trust and protection they could possibly offer.
And the final piece of their guardian duty is what we call scent mingling, or bunting. You know the move. You just got home, you smell like the entire outside world. Your cat rubbing their cheeks all over you is their way of rebooting your security profile. They're remarking you with their scent to say, okay, this one's safe, this one belongs here, this one is mine.
But their job goes way beyond just being a physical bodyguard. They're also on emotional duty, acting as your silent confidant. Now this role, it's less about raw instinct and more about the deep social bond that you two share.
Cats are incredibly tuned into our emotional state. Seriously, they can read our facial expressions, and they can even pick up on the chemical changes in our scent from stress hormones like cortisol. So when you're feeling down, or maybe you're sick, and your cat suddenly just appears for a check-in, they're investigating the change in your emotional weather, trying to figure out what's going on.
You know, sometimes a check-in isn't about a problem at all. Sometimes it's just about confirming the bond. And the slow blink is the perfect example of this. Your cat makes eye contact and then slowly closes and opens their eyes. It's this deliberate, silent message. It's basically their way of saying, hey, we're good. I trust you. I love you. It's a check-in just for the sake of connection.
Now, to understand this next part of the bond, we need to talk about a really fascinating biological concept called neoteny. It's basically the retention of kitten-like behaviors in adult animals, especially when they're around their caregivers.
And because of neoteny, your adult cat may have imprinted on you as a sort of permanent parent figure. It's why they still need on you or why they check on you so constantly. They aren't just your friend. In their mind, you are their giant hairless mother, and they're just checking in for that vital sense of comfort and reassurance.
And finally, we arrive at your cat's third, and let's be real, perhaps their most demanding secret job, the household manager. This role is all about logistics, schedules, and making sure the entire house runs to their very exacting standards. Cats are absolute creatures of habit. They thrive on routine. So when that routine is broken, say you dare to sleep in by 10 minutes, they don't just get confused. Oh no, they initiate protocol. They observe the disruption, they assess the situation, and then they begin the vocal reminders that will, as we all know, escalate until the proper schedule is restored.
And let's be honest with ourselves. A good manager is always focused on resources. Sometimes that check-in is purely transactional. You are the keeper of the food. You are the operator of the can opener. That intense stare from across the room right around dinner time, that's a simple logistical query. Is my primary food source still functional?
Of course, the manager's job also includes quality control and, well, employee morale. They absolutely have to supervise strange new activities, like you trying to assemble furniture out of pure curiosity and a severe fear of missing out. And when productivity dips, they will issue the "entertain me" stare, which is a very direct request for a morale-boosting play session.
So, after going through these three very distinct roles, what does that constant stare really mean? How do we put all these pieces together?
Well, it really just boils down to this. Your cat is operating as your guardian, and that's driven by instinct to protect you. They're also your confidant, driven by affection to reinforce your emotional bond, and of course, they are the house manager, driven by pure logistics to keep everything running smoothly.
But the most important takeaway here is this. It doesn't matter which specific job they're performing at any given moment. Every single check-in, every stare, every follow, it's all a sign that you are the absolute center of their world. You are important. You are their person.
So think about your own little feline supervisor at home. Which job do they perform the most? Are they the guardian, the confidant, or are they definitely the manager? That stare isn't so mysterious anymore, is it? It's just your cat hard at work.